if I have any.
See that screen across the room?
Yeah. I think there's one, they're waiting for the officer. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be praying on some random stuff. So.
We have Judge Malik sign out here. Where's your office? I could run and get it.
On the 6165 is the courtroom. Yeah, no, there's a sign up there.
Yeah, let me go get it.
Oh,
Sure.
His sign. It's Judge Malik.
Go ahead, we got time.
Yeah, he's awesome.
61, 65?
Yes.
Can you pass me that? Thank you. And can you pass me that paper? Sorry. Yeah. So you're from DB, right? I know nothing about DB. Should I ask for, like, I feel like I should know this. I've done this a bunch of times, but I'm always like, I don't know. Did you do that? So I didn't see. Okay. Yeah.
Didn't really get any victims this morning that were in fear for their safety.
Okay.
And if there was, though, usually what I do is I write it on a sticky note, put it on the actual PC, so we
Okay.
know.
Okay?
Whatever you wanna start, we can.
Sure.
I'll let you know about where their stack is. I know the rest of us have dockets. I know what pages everyone's on.
Okay, we'll find it. They're all misdemeanors, right?
No.
Okay, all right. Do we have a shelter here? Oh, my bailiff's gone. Hi, do we have a shelter hearing? We still waiting?
As far as I know, Your Honor, I just heard.
Okay. All right, we'll get started. If we have the shelter hearing, we'll just interrupt. Good morning, everybody. My name is Judge Robert F. Diaz. You're here for your magistrate hearing today. I have come in and I have read all the probable cause affidavits or police reports. I have to determine whether there's probable cause to hold you to answer to these charges. We have an assistant public defender here in the courtroom. There's an assistant public defender on the way. And somebody had an unfortunate accident, so the other public defender's on the way shortly. So we won't do any of the cases in the main jail right now. We're gonna do the ones in the satellite. But what I wanna tell you is I'll tell you, call you up, I'll tell you what you're charged with. I'll tell you if I find probable cause, I'll then tell you what your bond amount is. I have pretrial in here with me. If they want you to be released to their program, they'll go ahead and tell me. So please don't everybody say, can I get pretrial release? Can I get pretrial release? They've already interviewed you, I think.
No, Judge, we don't do anything. Just so the court's aware.
Oh, really?
Yes, Judge.
So how do we do, excuse me for a minute. So how do we do
Generally, if the public defender or the state requests pretrial, it's at Your Honor's discretion. Pretrial will inform the court if there's any things that the court needs to be aware so that they
Okay.
can make the decision.
So you'll do that right then when they
Yes,
ask? Okay, all right. All right, well, please don't everybody ask for pretrial anyway. If you are on a misdemeanor, there's an opportunity for you to finish with your case today. I'd ask you if you understand all the rights that were read to you on the video. I'd tell you what the sentence would be ahead of time. If you want to accept a plea on a misdemeanor, we'll go ahead and do that. You'll know ahead of time. On a felony, we're not going to be resolving any cases today. There'll be no pleas, so please understand that. If you have a violation of probation on a felony or a misdemeanor, I believe I have the information on the paperwork, so I can tell you when your hearing is going to be, so you'll know. So we're going to call the people in the satellites first. I'm going to wait for the assistant public defender to let me know who he wants.
So on page 2, it should be the second PC in her stack, Your Honor. Georgia Greaves, she'll be in Paul Ryan.
Okay. Miss Greaves?
And just so Your Honor knows, she declined my services this morning, so she's representing herself.
Good morning, Miss Greaves. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
All right. You're charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. I do find probable cause. I'm going to set your bond at $15,000, and you're to have no contact with the victim.
Okay,
All right? Good luck to you.
thank you.
Sure. Next one, sir.
The next one, Your Honor, is going to be the very next PC, DeSales Vicarini. She's in North Broward.
Ms. Vicarini,
Yes, Your Honor.
good morning.
Good morning.
You're charged in count 1, battery, second or subsequent offense, domestic violence. Count 2, violation of an injunction within 500 feet. I find probable cause on both counts. I'm setting your bond at $5,000 on count 1, $5,000 on count 2. You're to have no victim contact.
Your Honor, Ms.
Yes.
Vicarini is currently under the supervision of pretrial services. She was placed on supervision recently, I believe it was this month.
Okay.
Pretrial would be asking, based on the court's probable cause finding, that you revoke her supervision in case number 18-8903 MM10A. It's a count of battery.
Okay, I'll revoke the pretrial release on that case.
Your Honor, on that case, I would ask if you would set a monetary bond on it, just so she's not sitting on no bond on a misdemeanor battery case.
I'll set a $1,000 bond on that.
Just so the court's aware, it is the same victim.
I understand.
What does that mean?
All right, you have $11,000 for you to bond out, miss. Oh, goes the other way. $11,000 for you to bond out.
Thank you.
No contact with the victim. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And then Your Honor, on page 4, so it should be 3 down. It is going to be Christopher Colby. He's in North Broward. However, I was told that's a medical reset. So
Okay.
You can take that out of your.
All right, on Mr. Colby, it'll be a medical reset.
And then on page 6, so a few more down,
Okay.
there is a Tara Moss. She's in North Broward.
All right, I should be able to find that. Got it. You said North Broward, sir?
Correct.
Tara Moss?
Yes.
Good morning, Miss Moss.
Good morning.
You're charged in count 1. You have 2 warrants. They're from Judge Coleman.
Uh-huh.
One is for grand theft, one's for trespass of a structure. Based on the warrant, I find probable cause. He has a no bond hold on you on the first one and a $500 bond on the second one. So you'll see Judge Coleman shortly. Okay?
Okay.
Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Sure.
And then 2 down from that, also on page 6, is Amanda Pellegrini, also in North Broward.
Miss Pellegrini? Good morning, Miss Pellegrini.
How are you?
Good. You're charged with count 1, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. I do find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000. You can bond out for that amount.
Thank you, sir.
And about 3 down from that one, Your Honor, on page 7, there's a Jaleesa Lee. She is in Paul Ryan.
Hi, Miss Lee.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. You're charged driving while license suspended as a habitual offender, which makes it a felony, and no tag light. I find probable cause. Your bond is $750. You can bond out for that amount.
Okay,
All right.
thank you. Okay.
Very next case, Your Honor, on page 8, there is an Eric Russell. This is a municipal ordinance, so I cannot represent Mr. Russell. He's in Conti.
Auntie.
Good morning.
Give me 1 second, sir. I need to find your paperwork, okay?
All right.
You said Russell? What's the last name, sir? Sorry. Russell. Well, but I'm not keeping my finger inside the pages to find it. Got it. Mr. Russell,
Yes, Your
you
Honor.
got a warrant out for let's see what the charge is. Carrying an open container, I find probable cause. Your bond is $50. You can bond out for $50. If you want to enter a plea, I'd adjudicate your time served.
All right, I'll enter, please, sir.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what do you plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on Mr. Russell, case number 183165M. Boy, these are hard to read. MO40A. I'll adjudicate your time served. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Sorry.
Then the next 2, Your Honor, in your stack, it's going to be Gary Baum and Justin Smith. They will be back to back. They're on page 8. So Gary
Okay,
Baum and
got 'em.
Justin Smith. They're both in North Broward.
Yes. $50 cost prosecution. Okay. Gary Baum.
yes.
Oh, where's he at? Mr. Baum, you're charged at count 1 with a petty theft, 2nd degree. Count 2, trespass. Count 3, there's a misdemeanor warrant for you for petty theft. I find probable cause. Your bond on count 1 is $100. I'm setting your bond at $100. And count 2, your bond on count 3 is $500, so you can bond out for $700. But if you want to resolve all of these cases today, I'll offer you an adjudication 10 days on all of them, all together. Or you can bond out, whatever you'd like to do. I know it's kind of a quick decision, but you want to think about it for a minute and I'll come back to you?
Find out.
Pardon me?
Find out.
All right, sir.
Your Honor, if I can, on Mr. Vaughn's behalf, I was speaking to him earlier. He lives at home with his mother. His mother's his caretaker. He has a number of medical maladies. From my understanding, he does not work. But I would ask, Your Honor, if you would consider releasing him on pretrial, even with an electronic monitor, given his situation. From what I was able to glean, he does not have any money to bond out himself, and I do not believe his mother is going to be able to help him with that.
Well, my issue is that he didn't appear the last time.
I understand, but if we do release him on an electronic monitor, we'll know where he is. I'm just not sure he's a good candidate to remain in custody. I'm afraid he's going to stay in custody during the pendency of the case.
State, you have anything you want to add?
And just that he already has a history of failing to appear.
I see one. I don't know about his others. Can you tell me about his priors, maybe?
Yes, he has 2013 petty thefts. Those were dismissed, actually.
Okay.
And he just has petty thefts ranging back to 1964 and then trespasses.
Okay. All right. Pre-trial, if you can make contact with his mom, I'll release him pre-trial. Other than that, his bond is
Release him on electronic monitoring or a standard pretrial?
standard pre-trial.
Okay, Judge, in that case, are you gonna leave the bond in place and it's gonna be a pending verification?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You've changed the way you do this, but yes. Okay.
And the next one was Mr. Justin Smith.
There's someone,
Yes. Justin Smith?
While he's walking up, Your Honor, when I spoke to Mr. Smith, he did want to potentially resolve this case this
Sure.
morning.
No worries.
I'm sorry, Judge, back on Mr. Bond, that's pretrial for all counts, including the 16 case.
Yes. Hi, Mr. Smith. You charged at count one. There's a warrant out for you for a trespass of a conveyance. I do find probable cause. Your bond is $250. If you want to resolve your case, I'll offer you an adjudication 3 days, or you can bond out for $250. You get credit for any time you served already.
Sir. Times, credit.
Well, it's 3 days.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
interested?
Yeah.
Okay. You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
And what would you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on case number 167278 MM10A. I'll adjudicate you guilty, send you to 3 days in the Broward County Jail, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay that. Wish you the best of luck, sir.
All right.
Any luck?
Your Honor, it's going to be on page 15.
That's pretty far down,
It's
okay.
going to be towards the middle of your packet. It's Andrew Mueller. He'll be in Paul Ryan. So Moller.
Got it, thank you. Mr. Moeller,
Hello.
hi, you're charged at count one, grand theft, over 300 but less than 5,000, illegal use of a credit card, times 2 in 6 months, and fraud attempting to use ID of another without consent. I find probable cause. Your bond on each count is $1,000. So it's 1,000 count one, 1,000 count two, 1,000 count three. You can bond out for 3,000, sir. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Mueller this morning. It's actually counts 2, 3, and 4. There is a count 1. It's a,
Wait a minute. We're looking at something different then. Oh, I see what you're saying.
and so just so Your Honor knows, count 1 was set at $3,500. He's unable to afford the $3,500 bond, so anything additional he's unable to afford. The only income he has is his disability check that he receives monthly. What I would ask Your Honor is if you consider maybe setting these bonds at $100 each. He's still going to unable to be afford the count 1 bond, but I'm just asking if it's not set at $1,000.
That's respectfully denied. Okay, Natasha Faye Thomas. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm starting to go. You're not done yet?
No, there's still probably about 5 more.
Okay.
Um,
On page 24, it'll be in North Broward, Alan Moskowitz. It'll be towards the end of your
Okay,
stack.
got it. North Broward, Mr. Moskowitz. Do we have anybody in North Broward?
No problem. Go ahead. What's okay? Go ahead. What were you asking for?
Mr. Moskowitz?
A Moskowitz?
Page 24.
Yeah. I don't know if page 24 means anything to you, but he says page 24.
Let me check. It'll be a reset.
That'll be what?
A brief reset.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
If not, then on page 26, there is an oral Napoleon.
Napoleon, you said?
Last name's Napoleon.
Okay.
Should be 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth from the bottom.
Got it. Hi, Mr. Napoleon, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. You're charged with an additional charge. That means you already have some charges, but they charge you in account 5 with wearing a mask while committing a third-degree felony. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna set that bond at $1,000. You're gonna have to see Judge Garcia Wood. Okay? She'll be seeing you shortly.
All right. Thanks.
But then the, should be again the fourth from the bottom. It's going to be Paul Johnson. He will be in Conti.
Come up, Your Honor. Auntie.
Okay, give me 1 second. Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
you're charged with burglary of an unoccupied dwelling while unarmed. That's based on a warrant from Judge Fine. I'm gonna set your bond, well, it's a no bond hold now.
All right. The woman signed a waiver. Let him do it.
It's a no bond hold for magistrate, Your Honor. He's entitled to bond.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna set your bond at $5,000, sir.
Yeah.
You'll see Judge Fine shortly, I think, all right?
All right.
Good
Yeah.
luck to you.
I already went to my arraignment though, which is weird. In front of Judge Fine.
They changed the charge, I believe, is that what it was?
That's what
They changed it
the
2 weeks
charge.
ago. They changed it 2 weeks ago. I went to my arraignment already, and the woman signed a waiver of prosecution. So I've been here for 45 days, and I shouldn't even be here.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer yet?
Public defender.
They're lawyers. Have you talked to
Yeah.
them about it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
they're the only ones that can do anything. I can't do anything. I can't touch Judge Fine's case. I'm sorry.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
I'm going to reach out to Miss Hill for you, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right. All right.
All right, bye.
And then,
Hold on, sir. We're gonna have to do the shelter hearing, so everybody's gonna have to step outside. Except for people involved in the shelter hearing.
Sorry.
you're good, Mr. Johnson.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't see them. Are they there?
They're off to the side, Brian.
Who is it?
There's a cable on the inside of there.
No, but who's?
Oh, it's Kim Siegel.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go through these now. Good morning. Good morning. She can't hear me?
Microphone's off.
Forgot about that. Good morning, Your
That's all
Honor.
right.
Kim
Good
Siegel,
morning.
the Public Defender's Office.
Okay. The first one I have is Natasha Faye Thomas. Is that you?
Yes.
Miss Thomas, you're charged with touch or strike battery, domestic violence. Then you have a warrant for a misdemeanor. I find probable cause. I'm gonna set your bond at 1,000 on count one. Your bond is 250 on the misdemeanor other count. And you have a status on that on, Monday at 2 PM. All right, 9/24.
Your Honor, will you consider a motion to lowering the bond on the battery? She does have a job. She has a place to live separate and apart from the listed victim. She said she can afford about $300. She does have a 9-month-old son. She's been in South Florida for about 23 years.
Okay, I thought he was with the shelter hearing, so I didn't know. Good morning. What's your name?
Diego Marino.
Okay. Yes, sir?
Yeah, I'm with her.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not gonna press charges.
okay. That's all you wanted to tell me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I mean, if you release her, she could go into a program or something.
okay. All right. All right, respectfully, I'm gonna leave the bond at $1,000. She has a status conference on Monday and no contact with the victim.
And Your Honor, I'm asking for a photo order because of her injuries.
Sure, I'll sign that. Luis Hernan Bedoya. Good morning, Mr. Bedoya. You're charged in count one, touch or strike battery, domestic violence. I find probable cause. Setting your bond at 1,000 on count one, no victim contact.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sean Dale Johnston. Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
You charge in count one, criminal mischief over $1,000. Count two, violation of an injunction against domestic violence. I find probable cause. I'm setting your bond at 500, count one, 500, count two. You can bond out for $1,000.
Good.
Yes.
Your Mr. Johnson is
Your Honor,
currently
may we
under
get-
our
Hold on a
supervision.
second. They're talking to me in here. I don't know if you can hear them.
Is currently under our supervision in case number 18-11256-CF10A. It's a burglary, unoccupied conveyance, and a resist officer obstruct with violence. We would be asking that you revoke his pretrial in that case.
That's a felony case, right?
That's correct, Judge.
You don't normally send it to the felony judge?
No, Judge, we present it to
Okay.
magistrate. If you'd like to take no action, we can then submit a warrant, but we.
Submit a warrant. I'm gonna take no action at this point.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, sir. You can bond out for $1,000, but you have something else coming down the pike on that other charge.
Your Honor, may I have a photo order in this case, please?
Sure. Linda Briggs? No. Hi, Miss Briggs. You're here for 2 warrants on misdemeanors. There are 2 prostitution cases where they set a bond for you, 25 on count 1, 500 count 2. You can bond out for $525. Or if you want to enter a plea, I would offer you 5 days on both cases to run together.
All right.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yep.
And what do you plead, Miss Briggs? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest on both cases?
No contest.
I'll accept your pleas on Miss Briggs, case number 18159-1, MO40A. I'll adjudicate you guilty, 5 days, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay. Case number 18832, MM40A, adjudication, 5 days, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay. They're gonna run concurrent and coterminous, so you get credit on both at the same time.
All right.
Shamir Colibra Crosby,
It's going to be a medical reset, Your Honor.
okay. Be a medical reset. Sierra Nicole Boone. Hi, Ms. Boone.
Hi.
You're charged with possession of cannabis over 20 grams. I find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000. You can bond out for that amount. Sageline Regard. Good morning, Ms. Regard.
Good morning.
You're charged with neglect of a child without great bodily harm. I do find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000. You can bond out for that amount.
Your Honor, will you consider pretrial relief? My understanding from her is this is her
Give me a
first
second.
arrest.
Can you hold on 1 second, please? Somebody was talking to me in the courtroom. Yes? She's what? Okay, okay. All right. No, just leave it as here. I'm sorry. I'm ready now.
Honor, would you consider some form of pretrial release? My understanding is this client, it's her very first arrest. She has a job as a customer service rep. She cannot afford the bond. The child is in DCF custody at the present moment.
I'll release her to pretrial release upon verification.
No, Judge,
Thank you.
No?
but just so you know, if you have no concerns about her address, you can just release her to
All right, I'm just going to release her to stand at pretrial. She needs to report today, though, right? You have to report Monday before noon. Did she hear that?
Yes, and thank
Okay,
you.
sure. Liliana Falcone,
We need a Spanish interpreter, please.
we have one.
Excellent.
Good morning, Ms. Lopez. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Tell us your name. Do you solemnly swear to translate from English to Spanish, Spanish to English, all the proceedings to be had before you, provide an accurate translation to the best of your ability? Okay. Ms. Falcone,
Señora Falcón,
you're charged in count 1
la primera acusación que tiene en contra suya es
with fraud,
de fraude,
uttering a false instrument.
presentar un documento falso.
Count 2 is fraud,
La segunda acusación es fraude.
attempting to use the identification
Usted intentó de utilizar una identificación de otra persona
without consent.
sin el consentimiento de ella.
And count 3 is grand theft,
La tercera acusación es hurto cuantioso,
greater than $300,
más de $300,
but less than $5,000.
pero menos de 5,000.
I find probable cause.
Hallo motivo fundado para detenerla.
Your bond on each count is $1,000,
La fianza que le impongo para cada una de las acusaciones es $1,000.
so it's $3,000 total.
Entonces el total será de $3,000.
Okay?
My understanding, Your Honor, she can't afford that, but we'd like an order for access to her phone so she can call somebody to post the bond.
I'll sign an order to give her access to her phone. No worries
La
about
señora
that.
abogada, la señora abogada defensora ya presente le pide al señor juez que por favor usted no puede pagar esa fianza, entonces pide que por favor firme una orden para que usted tenga, para que usted tenga acceso a su teléfono y pueda llamar a alguien para que le pague la fianza. El señor juez le otorga ese pedido.
Okay, thank you. I'm not throwing it far enough. There you go.
What was that one?
Oh, I didn't know they had a brief. Joshua Leonte Jones. Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Good morning.
You charged in count 1, trespass of an occupied structure or conveyance. I find probable cause. Your bond is $100. You can bond out for that amount, or if you want to enter a plea, it'd be an adjudication, 3 days in the Broward County Jail, $50 cost of prosecution. I'd give you 180 days to pay that.
Yes, sir, please.
What do you want to do?
He'd like to plea out, Your Honor.
All right, you understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
What do you plead, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on Mr. Jones. I'll adjudicate him guilty. Sentence him to 3 days in the Broward County Jail. Credit for any time served, $50 cost of prosecution. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Jeremy Joseph Montgomery. Hi, Mr. Montgomery, you're charged in count 1, trespass of an occupied structure or conveyance. I find probable cause. Your bond is $100. You can bond out for that amount. If you want to enter a plea, I'll offer you 3 days in the Broward County Jail, $50 cost of prosecution.
Take the 3 days.
Tell the judge.
Yes, sir. 3 days.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes.
What do you plead, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty. 3 days in the Broward County Jail. Credit for any time served. $50 cost of prosecution. 180 days to pay. Andre Clifford Knutson. Good morning, Mr. Knutson.
Good morning, sir.
You're charged in count 1, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. Count 2, possession of some drug paraphernalia. Count 3, resisting an officer without violence. Count 4, obstructing traffic. I find probable cause. Your bond on count 1 is 100. On count 3, I'm going to set your bond at another 100. You can bond out for $200, sir. I don't have a plea offer for you today. All right, good luck to you. Aaron Stegman. Hi, Mr. Stegman. You're charged in count 1, petty theft. I find probable cause. Your bond is $25. You can bond out for $25. If you want to enter a plea, be an adjudication 3 days, $50 cost of prosecution. What would you like?
Take the what do you say, plea agreement?
3 days?
Yeah.
All right, you understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes.
What do you plead, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on Mr. Stegman. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 3 days in the Broward County Jail. Credit for any time you serve. $50 cost of prosecution. I'll give you 180 days to pay that. Good luck to you. Joe Robert Stegman. Hi, Mr. Stegman. You're charged in count 1 with a petty theft. I find probable cause. Your bond is $25. You can bond out for that amount. If you want to enter a plea, be an adjudication 3 days, $50 cost of prosecution. What would you like?
I'll plea out.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes.
What do you plead, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on Mr. Stegman. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 3 days in the Broward County Jail. Credit for any time served, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay.
All right.
Good luck to you. Willie Cal Beal.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mr. Beal. You're charged in count 1 with a trespass. It's based on a warrant. I find probable cause. You can bond out for $50. Or if you want to enter a plea, be an adjudication 3 days, $50 cost of prosecution. What would you like?
3 days, sir.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
What do you plead, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Accept your plea on Mr. Beal. I'll adjudicate you guilty 3 days. Credit for any time served, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay. Good luck to you, sir. Mario Daniel Matute Irias.
We need a Spanish interpreter,
Okay.
please.
She's coming. You're still under oath, Ms. Lopez? Mr. Matute Irias,
Señor Matute Irias,
you're charged with a violation of probation on your misdemeanor case.
señor, lo acusan de haber quebrantado las condiciones de una... I am so sorry, Your Honor.
Violation of probation on your misdemeanor case?
Yes. A usted lo acusan de haber quebrantado las condiciones de un delito menos grave.
They have a no bond hold on you from Judge Levy.
Tienen, han expedido una orden de que usted no pague fianza por parte de la juez Levy.
And you're going to see her at 1:30 on Monday.
Y usted va a ir ante esa juez el lunes a la 1:30.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
Antoine Maurice Lee. Good morning, Mr. Lee. You're charged in count one, resisting or obstructing a police officer without violence. You also have a warrant for a misdemeanor. I find probable cause. Your bond is 100 count one, 50 count two. You can bond out for 150. Or if you want to resolve both cases, I'll offer you an adjudication, 5 days in the Broward County Jail, $50 cost of prosecution on each case, but 180 days to pay. 5 days? You understand all the rights you're giving up on both cases?
Yes, sir.
What do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on Mr. Lee, case number 1800307 MO40. I'll adjudicate you guilty, 5 days. Credit for any time served, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay. On the new case, I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Broward County Jail, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days. That's to run concurrent and coterminous, which means they run together. All right, sir? Wish you the best of luck. Michael Petrillo.
That was the correction, Your Honor. These are both municipal ordinances, so he is entitled to a city attorney. I do not believe one.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Petrillo. You're here on 2 warrants on city cases. I believe it's the city of Fort Lauderdale. I find probable cause on the warrants. Your bond is $25 on each count. If you want to bond out, you can bond out for $50. Or if you want to enter a plea, it'll be an adjudication 5 days. Or you can try and hire an attorney, whatever you'd like to do.
The $50 figure from where because I could get the money from outside.
It's $50 total. Yes, you can bond out for $50.
Okay. Yes. He'd like to take the plea, Your Honor.
Okay, you understand all the rights you're giving up?
He says I owe you two $50 bills, but I don't know how to look at it. The cops said that. To give that to come here and see if yous would have something from home to mail you two $50 bills for getting locked up by public.
I'm giving you 180 days to pay the $50 on each case.
All right.
All right, so when you get out, you can worry about getting that money to the court system.
All right.
But you're going to do 5 days. You understand that, right?
In here?
Yes.
I don't want to go free today.
Well, you can go free if you post a bond of $50, $25 on each case.
How about I listen to you and I throw it in? What I'm talking about.
I'm sorry?
See, I got under the floor with something. He says, just listen to what the judge says.
Okay. Is there something you want to question me about or ask me a question?
I stayed here last night and I'm supposed to go free this morning.
Well, it doesn't always work that way when you have more than one.
I owe you money.
But when you have more than one case, it doesn't always work that way, sir. Sometimes I do time serve people for certain offenses, but you've got 2 of these, and they're on warrants, which means you didn't show up the last time. That changes it a little.
Yeah, he says there's 2 warrants I gotta.
Right.
That's all he says to me.
Who's he?
There's 2 warrants. The cop that arrested me.
Okay. He was right. What would you like to do, sir?
I ain't saying nothing. Oh, I owe you for the 2 warrants.
No, you don't owe me anything, sir.
All right. Pay you the money.
Anybody have a suggestion?
It's a city case, and so
Oh,
we have
that's
2
right,
attorneys
it's a
in here
city
that-
case.
that we don't have a dog in the fight to say. I mean, I would tell Your Honor what some judges do when there are no city attorneys on either side. They do sometimes give time served, sometimes they do dismiss it, sometimes they just release them R&R and they make the city handle it.
2 warrants I have to take care of.
Where do you live, sir?
By Jefferson Street.
I've got you down here as Scott Street.
I don't know, one of my brother's supposed to bring my milk card.
Are you living on the streets?
Yeah, money outside.
Are you living on the street?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a while, yeah.
All right. I'll give you time served on both cases if you want, sir. You want to do that?
All right.
You understand all the rights you're giving up? Right to have a trial? You want to give up your right to have a trial?
Give my right up to have a trial. Thank you, I guess.
You would like to do that?
No, I'm just a listen, what did you say?
I'm giving you a plea offer. If you enter a plea, I'll adjudicate you time served. You'll be leaving, I don't know how long it takes to get you out of there, but you'll be leaving today.
All right. I guess I'll plead guilty.
In your own best interest?
Because I didn't show up to pay the warrants, I guess.
So in your own best interest, you want to finish with this today and go home?
Yeah.
All right, what do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest in your own best interest?
No contest.
No contest.
The crowd says no contest. What do you say?
All right, no contest.
I'll accept your plea on 1-8-1066 MO40. I'll adjudicate you time served. Case 1-8-2407 MO40. I'll adjudicate you time served. I'll waive any cost of prosecution. All right, good luck to you, sir. Andres Aru. Good morning, sir. Am I saying your name correctly? Am I saying your name correctly? Is it Aru? Aru. Okay. You charged in count 1 with a warrant, and count 2 is another warrant. They are misdemeanor cases. One's a petty theft and one's a trespass. I find probable cause. Your bond on count 1, case 1 is $550 on count 2. You can bond out for $550, or if you want to enter a plea, be an adjudication 5 days on both cases. What would you like?
5 days, please, less than that. Is there any way, can you talk to him about re-getting out today? Because I have a flight that's already paid that they're providing.
Your Honor, he's asking if you would consider a time serve offer. One of the main reasons is he finally found a place to stay, and
They're paying for it.
and they're paying for his flight and transportation. Apparently, it's not in the area, is what he's telling me. Would you consider a time served offer in this case?
It's already paid
No.
for yesterday.
I won't.
Okay, he'd like to resolve, Your Honor.
You want to accept the 5 days on both cases?
Yes.
What do you understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, I do.
What do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
I'll accept your pleas on Mr. Avru, 1-82937 MM40 and 1-82842 MO40. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days on each case. That's to run concurrent and coterminous, $50 on each one. Cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay. Good luck to you, sir. Tyrek Gant. Good morning, Mr. Gant. You charge, you have a misdemeanor warrant. I find probable cause, $50. It's for a trespass. You can bond out for $50. If you want to enter a plea, be an adjudication 3 days. What would you like?
I'll take 3 days.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
Pardon me?
Yes, sir.
What do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea. On case number 1753T10M040, I'll adjudicate you guilty 3 days, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay that. Good luck to you. Gary Jose Diaz. Mr. Diaz, you're charged in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warrants. There's 2 separate, it's all one case. I find probable cause based on the warrants. Your bond on each count is $1,000, so you can bond out for $5,000. Or on Tuesday, you're gonna see your judge at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, will you consider a bond reduction in this case? He's born and raised down here. He has a job at Memorial Hospital. He tells me in the CT department. He also I know it's a capias, but he did self-surrender. He said he didn't get notice as why he missed his court date, but considering he self-surrendered, I was wondering if you can consider some form of pretrial release.
I'll respectfully deny that. He can see his judge on Tuesday. Justin Bradley Leon. He bonded? Okay, he bonded out. Jamone Reynard Williams. He posted bond also, okay. David Sanchez. Okay, come on up.
Are you David Sanchez? No, this is Mr.
Yeah.
You got Williams got bonded?
Oh, they said he bonded. All right. Good morning, Mr. Sanchez.
Good morning.
You got somebody here for you. I'm not sure who it is, but I'll tell you, you're charged with touch or strike a battery. Bond is $1,000. I find probable cause. I'll certainly listen to what they have to say. How are you?
Hi, I'm Annabelle Sanchez. I'm his older sister. And
Okay.
these are his parents,
Okay.
Ramon and Gloria Sanchez, and we're here to pick them up if possible.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to tell me? Do you know what this is all about?
No, we don't know.
Okay. I'm not sure you want to know, but if you want to know, I'll tell you.
Yes, we would
Well,
like to.
let me ask him. Sir, your bond is $1,000.
My understanding is they can afford a $1,000 bond.
Well, any priors?
He has a prior DUI.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. If she made a mistake, she'll let you know. I understand. It's a reaction. I
Sorry.
understand.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to read this. Okay. Can you hear me in the jail?
Sir.
Okay. All right, I don't know if this is true. It's what's written in the police report, but I was considering raising the bond, honestly. It says the defendant was at the Mojito bar drinking at the bar when he grabbed the victim waitress's buttocks against her will. This was the second incident with the waitress as he attempted to kiss her earlier in the evening. After the attempted kiss, the victim asked the defendant keep his hands to himself. Several minutes later, he committed the battery described above. I made contact with the defendant and read him his Miranda warnings. The defendant stated he did grab the victim's buttocks, but that it was no big deal as he was just trying to have a good time. The defendant stated that he deserved a second chance as we all make mistakes. So I was considering raising his bond, so I'm just gonna leave it at 1,000. I won't say anything more. All right, good luck to you.
Judge, I would just ask for no return to the subject location and
No return to that bar. We'll write that on there. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Donnie Napole Warren.
Yes, sir.
So Warren, you're charged with drug paraphernalia. I find probable cause. Your bond is $100. If you want to resolve this case, I'll offer you an adjudication time served.
Yes, sir.
You understand all the rights you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
What do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Good.
No contest.
I'll accept your plea on Mr. Warren, case number 189158MM10A. I'll adjudicate you guilty, time served, $50 cost of prosecution, 180 days to pay that. All right, sir? Good luck to you. Michael Curtis Souza. What did they say he's somewheres? Mr. Souza?
He's an MO. We don't have anyone answering that name, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh, he's on medical loan according to the ballot.
Oh, okay. Are you here for him, miss? No, okay. Some medical leave. All right. We're gonna take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just checking. All right, these are the felonies, so I'll tell you what your charge is, what your bond amount is. My understanding is pretrial's here. They don't interview you before, but we'll see what happens when you come up. Brandon Simmons. Hi, Mr. Simmons. You're here on a warrant for grand theft. I find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000. You can bond out, excuse me, for $1,000, or you'll see your judge on Wednesday at 8:30. Okay? You'll see your. She got the microphone off? I can't tell.
Yes, sir.
Did he hear what I said?
Yes, he heard everything you
Okay,
said.
all right.
I just didn't want you to.
Yeah, I didn't know. All right, sir. You'll see your judge Wednesday. Roger Howard. Mr. Howard, you're charged with 24 counts, 12 dealing in stolen property, and 12 false owner pawn items for less than $300. I find probable cause. Your bond is astronomical. I'm not sure I can add it all up. So I'll tell you it's 3,500 count one, 3,500 count two, 3,500 count three. Well, let me see. It's 12. Who's good at math? 12 times 3,500, and then 12 times 1,000. $50,000 your bond, sir.
Your Honor, we're gonna ask if you would consider lowering the bond. It looks like it's all from one case. I know there's a lot of charges here. He's been in Florida his whole life. He apparently has a job at Fresh Produce. And he has a place to live.
Okay, he's going to have to talk to Judge Wood about that. I respectfully deny any bond reduction. Jackson Anthony Bellows. Mr. Bellows, you're charged. Can you hear me?
Sir.
Okay. Okay. Oh, they can always hear me? Okay. Mr. Bellows, you're charged in count one, driving while license suspended, habitual offender, failure to use due care. You have a parole violation, so your bond is $750, but the parole has no bond hold on you, sir. You're gonna have to see the parole board. All right? Malik Reeves. Hi, Mr. Reeves. You got a violation of community control with Judge Cholera. It's a warrant, so it's no bond. You'll see him on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. All right. Stanley Siegfried Green. Mr. Green, you're charged in count one, driving while license suspended, habitual, improper stopping or unloading passengers, dealing in stolen property. That's a separate case. You got a false owner info of pawn goods, $300 or more. You got a capias on a misdemeanor for cannabis and another one for operating without a valid license. Your bond is $750 count one, $3,500 count three, $3,500 count four, $500 count five, $250 count six. You'll see the judge for the misdemeanors on Monday at 2 p.m., but otherwise you can bond out for $8,500.
Your Honor, would you consider lowering the bond on the dealing in stolen property and the false ownership? They're a bit high for
He's
him.
got cases where he missed court, respectfully not. Daniel Osborne. Mr. Osborne, you're charged in count one. It's a capias, a warrant for a felony. Count two is a violation of probation felony warrant. I find probable cause. You're going to see this no bond hold. You'll see Judge Wood on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Good luck to you. Justin Scott Seals. Mr. Seals, you're charged at count 1, dealing in stolen property. Count 2, grand theft over 300, less than 5,000. Count 3 is possessing a forged or altered instrument. Count 4 is a probation violation. I find probable cause 3,500 count 1, 1,000 count 2, 1,000 count 3, and a no bond hold. You're going to see Judge Wood soon. Mark Wesley Boyd. Mr. Boyd, you got a violation of probation on a felony. It's a no bond hold. I find probable cause. That's Judge Shear. You'll see her on Monday at 8:45 a.m. Russell Bernard Gaskin. Hi, Mr. Gaskin. You got a violation of parole, sir. That's a no bond hold. You're going to have to see the parole board. Shun Facion. Facyson. Good morning, sir. You're charged in count 1, possession of MDMA or ecstasy. I find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000. You can bond out for that amount.
Your Honor, he can't afford the bond. Would you consider some kind of pre-trial release?
Let me ask about his priors. Let me ask about his priors.
Judge, just so the court is aware, he does have a pending felony case in front of Judge Fine. It's an attempted robbery, no weapon.
Okay. All right, you'll leave his bond at $1,000. Thank you. John Leroy Childers. Mr. Childers, you're charged with a petty theft, but it's a third or subsequent offense, which would make it a felony. I find probable cause. Your bond is $750. You can bond out for that amount. Alberto Adrian Nijborg.
Medical loan, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. They're all piling up over here. Eugene Young. So Young, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine. Count 2, possession of cannabis. I find probable cause. Your bond is $1,000, sir. You can bond out for that amount.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask on this charge as well, the possession charge, if you'll consider some form of pre-trial release, please.
Any priors?
Yes, he has. (2003) possession of cocaine, 2001 possession of cocaine, 2000 possession of cocaine, 1996 possession of cocaine, 1996 shoot at or throw deadly missile.
Okay. I'll leave his bond at $1,000. Calvin Mitchell Sampson. Mr. Sampson, you're charged at count 1, petty theft. Count 2, resisting an officer without violence. Count 3 is a parole violation, and count 4 is another parole violation. I find probable cause on count 1, it's 100. Find probable cause on the warrants. So you're going to have to see the parole board, sir. They got a no bond hold on you. Mikhail Nicholas Simnoff. Mr. Siminoff, you charged at count 1, false owner of information for pawned items less than 300. Same thing on count 2. Count 3 is dealing in stolen property. Count 4, dealing in stolen property. Count 5, false owner information for pawned item less than 300. Dealing in stolen property. I find probable cause. Your bond is 1,000 count 1, 1,000 count 2, 3,500 count 3, 3,500 count 4, 1,000 count 5, 3,500 count 6. That equals 13,500. You can bond out for that amount.
Your Honor, would you consider loaning those bonds? He tells me he has a job. He's been in South Florida 19 years. He has a child. He's married. He just can't afford the bond at this amount.
Any priors?
2015 burglary, 2018 leaving the scene of the crash, 2018 possession of substituted cathinones, possession of oxycodone, possession of alprazolam, and then that's all.
I'm sorry. I'll leave his bond as is.
Judge,
And he has 2 pending felonies. He probably didn't tell you that, Ms. Siegel. Okay. Brandon Leonard Wilson. Hi, Mr. Wilson, you're charged with a violation of community control that's based on a no bond warrant by Judge Shear. You're gonna see Judge Shear on Monday at 8:45. Okay?
Thank you.
Jesse Curtis Johnson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You charged count 1, possession of cocaine, count 2, possession of dilaudid, count 3, probation violation, count 4, failing to register a motor vehicle. I find probable cause. Your bond is 1,000, count 1, 1,000, count 2. 25 on count 3 and no bond on count, 25 count 4, no bond on count 3. You're gonna see Judge Duffy, sir, on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Sheldon Bernard Robinson. Hi, Mr. Robinson. Somebody's here for you. Good morning. You can step right up. You're here on carrying a concealed firearm, count 2, probation violation. Find probable cause, it's 1,000 on count 1. There's no bond on the probation violation. Did you want to tell me something? Okay. You're going to have to see Judge Bailey on Monday at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
All right? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you for coming, miss. Ricky Fairley. Are you Mr. Fairley?
Go ahead. You're gonna look this way, talk to the judge there.
Okay, I went to the
No,
seminar.
no. Don't talk about your case, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Fairley.
Hi, sir.
I'm just here to tell you what your charges are, okay?
Okay.
Can you just listen for a second?
Yes.
Okay. You're charged with aggravated battery on a police officer, aggravated battery on another police officer, and a resisting a police officer with violence. I find probable cause. Your bond, I'm setting it on $5,000 on each count. Your bond is $15,000. Okay.
Your Honor, would you consider, lowering the bond? He's not gonna be able to afford that.
Priors?
2011 Burke dwelling, 2009 delivery of cocaine, possession of cocaine, 2006 petty theft, 2006 possession of cocaine, 2003 disorderly conduct, 2002 trespass.
Okay, thanks. I would leave his bond at the same amount, but I'm asking, is there a recommendation? You've had a chance to speak with him, for mental health court?
That's exactly what my concern was.
Okay.
And the reason why I did ask for the bond, I think he's gonna probably need, an evaluation, talk to somebody, for mental health
All
purposes
right,
based on these
I'm
charges.
gonna send him to mental health court,
Okay, thank you.
felony mental health court. All right?
Judge, you can't.
No?
It would have to be done by the division judge.
You're kidding. So what do we have to do? The poor gentleman needs I'm gonna sign an order getting him a psych evaluation and see what we can do. I'm just basing it on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing.
The bailiff in the courtroom here is telling me he already is being seen medically. Maybe we could just get him on I don't know if we can get him on a docket, quicker, if that's something you can do.
They're telling me
In
I
front of the
can't
judge.
transfer it to felony mental health court here, so.
If we know the division it's going to, perhaps we can get him on the docket early this week, Your Honor.
Well, I'm appointing the public defender to represent him. Can you all get that done?
We can do that.
All right. If you can try and get that done for the gentleman. Okay? All right, sir, they're gonna try and help you out as quick as they can. You need me to sign an order to do that or something?
To get us appointed, we have someone there.
Okay. I'm gonna appoint a public defender to represent him.
And one last order, we'd like a photo order, please, Your Honor.
Sure. Steve, Billy, Charles? Not there?
He bonded out, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Atari Goldwire? Mr. Goldwire, you're charged at count 1 with a petty theft, count 2, using an anti-shoplifting device, count 3, resisting or obstructing a police officer without violence, count 4 is a probation or community control violation, and then you got an out-of-county hold for a felony. I find probable cause. Your bond on count 2 is $1,000. You have a no bond hold from Miami-Dade County, sir. They're probably gonna bring you up there, or down there from here. Good luck to you. Kevin Ellis. Mr. Ellis, you're charged with a burglary of an unoccupied dwelling while unarmed. Count 2 is grand theft, over 300, less than 5,000. Count 3, illegal use of a credit card. Count 4, fraud, using in possession of an ID of another person without consent. I find probable cause. Your bond is 15,000, count 1, 5,000, count 2, 2,000, count 3, 1,000, count 4. That's a total of 23,000. You're gonna have to see Judge Bailey, Dennis Bailey.
Yes.
Chandler Benamy. Hi, Mr. Benamy. You're here on an attempted murder, first degree, carrying a concealed weapon, violation of a career criminal charge.
In Your Honor, when it comes to Mr. Benamy, he actually has a private attorney on the case, and Edward, I don't know if it's Hogue or Hague, it's H-O-E-G. I don't know if Mr. Benamy wants to go forward today or if he wants his attorney present. What this is, it's a change of charge. So it's something that's filed, so I don't know if he wants to go forward today.
Do you have an attorney, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to wait for your attorney to get notice of this?
Yes.
Okay, who's your attorney?
Ed Hogue.
Ed Hogue, okay. You know how to reach out to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll reset this, okay?
All right.
Thank you,
So
sir.
ask Your Honor to set it for Monday.
I'll set it for Monday. Somebody will get a hold of Mr. Hogue, though.
Hopefully the client doesn't.
Okay. Tell him that his case is reset for Monday. Get a hold of Mr. Hogue. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I need to write reset on there. Sheldon Sharon Gray. Is that you, Mr. Gray?
Yes, sir.
Charged with robbery, attempted robbery with a firearm. I do find probable cause. I've read the probable cause affidavit. I'm going to set the bond at $25,000. You can see Judge Cholera.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, no victim contact. Sean Mitchell Bronner.
No thought, Your Honor.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
You're charged with a burglary of an unoccupied conveyance while unarmed. I do find probable cause. I'm setting your bond at $5,000, sir.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Bronner this morning. From the information he's told me, he's going to not be able to afford that bond. He
Okay.
has no money in the bank, and right now he's unable to work. As you can see, he's in a wheelchair. He's suffered an injury. I'm only able to see Broward County. I do not see any.
Let me
Broward.
ask any priors?
Judge, he does have priors. Mr. Bronner does have priors in Tennessee, including what appears to be a pending case in Tennessee for a driving while license suspended, a financial responsibility, and a possession of drug paraphernalia. In addition, Tennessee issued a warrant for Mr. Bronner on July 24th of this year for a violation of probation on a misdemeanor evading arrest.
What about here in Broward? Anything?
No brow priors.
Okay. Well, what are you suggesting? Because I can't ROR him because he has no place to stay.
I'm staying at a halfway house.
You do have an address, correct?
Correct.
He does have a stable address, Your Honor, from my understanding. What I would ask if you would put him on pretrial with some sort of electronic monitoring.
I'll lower his bond to 1,000.
Thank you.
All right.
Is there any
Nicholas,
way,
go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, is there any way that I could get maybe approved for a phone call to try to get my bond made? I didn't receive a phone call when I got to jail.
You're going to have access when you get taken back now.
Yeah, you'll have access now. That's what he's telling me. I believe him. Okay. They should give you access after court, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you. Malik, Cromedy. Hi, Mr. Cromedy. You're charged possession of cannabis less than 3 grams. You have 1, 2, 3 felony warrants. I find probable cause. One of them is a no bond hold from Judge Coleman, and it's 1,000 on the other. So you have a $2,100 bond. You have a no bond hold. You're gonna have to see Judge Coleman for that. Okay. Good luck to you. Travis Lamond Edwards. Hi, Mr. Edwards. You're charged with a violation of community control. It's based on a warrant from Judge McCarthy. There's a no bond hold. You will see Judge McCarthy on Tuesday at 8:45 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I
Yes?
don't know if you noticed, you skipped one on page 15, Vladimir Fedotov. Vladimir Fedotov on page 15, Your Honor.
I don't have a PC on him. Do you have one I can look at? Yes.
Let me see.
Can we make up a cover sheet? I missed it? I've been known to miss it. That's okay. How did I do that? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Fedotov. It got stuck to another one. You charge count 1, grand theft over 300, less than 5,000, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, grand theft over 300, less than 5,000, grand theft over 300, less than 5,000. I do find probable cause. Your bond is 1,000 count 1, 100 count 2, 1,000 count 3, 1,000 count 4, 1,000 count 5. That's $4,100. It looks like those are all based on a warrant, I think. Well, count 1 is the grand theft. The other ones are all based on a warrant. Okay? So you can bond out for $4,100.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What about Alan Moskowitz? Did we ever find him?
North Broward.
Your Honor.
Got it. Mr. Moskowitz, how are you? You charged at count 1, possession of cocaine, and count 2 is a warrant for a misdemeanor, resisting without violence. I find probable cause. Your bond is 1,000 on count 1. You have a no bond hold, but you're going to see that judge on Thursday, I believe. Thursday at 2 o'clock. All right? You'll see the
Probably caused what? Speculation.
Okay. Okay. Do I have any others?
We do not think we have any other cases, Your Honor. I'm asking, though, for a photo order, or excuse me, not a photo order, an order on Mr. Justin Smith. We had him earlier. He actually pled out his case. It was a trespass, and he pled out no contest of 3 days.
Right.
After he pled out, he gave me a call. He's having an asthma attack. He's having some trouble breathing.
Was he the gentleman you were talking to? You were having trouble breathing? Yes.
If I just get an order for a medical evaluation.
Sure. No worries. Yeah, they reset him. 10:02, buddy.